Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Ballage. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check, Patriot!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check, Patriot!
They run it with Ballage. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's complete to Darboh. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Jackson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. 53 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. But most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Down to the 25. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He goes underneath to Freeman. Freeman the 1st down and more. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Toss play to Balaj. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hayes. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Garoppolo on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gone!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go deep for Conley. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Balazs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Gone!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kalen Balazs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out come the Titans now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is recovered by the Chargers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Lucky 56.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to Darboh. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got that one complete to Darbo. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Ballage. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kalen Ballage, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. By 20.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Garoppolo now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
4 down. Here we go. Wait, 80!
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Wait, 20! Wait, 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Noah Spence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. Conley's got it over the middle. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Garoppolo now. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it. They've been solid all game long. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep open. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Safety!
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
I got you, I got you. Here we go. 180!
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Hayes. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 180!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.